All right, we're back with a follow-up video, but this time with my Australian colleague, Big J, on Ebanie Bridges' win, third round stoppage win over Bet Connolly. So let's jump right into things, Big J. She's now 6-1 with 3 KOs. Last 2 fights, Shannon Courtenay, she lost unanimous decision. We already did our video on that. And now Bet Connolly at 100, below the 122-pound limit. What did you think of the fight?
Good solid win by Ebanie, but again, if I criticise Tim Tszyu for all his things, I've got to do the same. Legal platform. Ebanie was fighting an older, weight-trained fighter with, let's be honest, a terrible record. She's now 3-10. So it would be an easy night in the office for Ebanie, and it was. I mean, she got in there and cracked her out within 3 rounds. So. But Ebanie did. I didn't look for Ebanie what Ebanie did right. I looked for what Ebanie did wrong, and she didn't do a lot wrong. So I think it was a good, solid win. I think she needs another a tier fighter up, like a middle range fighter before she gets the if she gets the Courtenay rematch.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, Shannon O'Connell is the #1 contender. She's the gold champion. She should be getting the fight, but all the boxing politics and all that sort of stuff. So, but good solid win by Ebanie, but it was against the lowest level fighter they could probably find her. So let's see how she goes against someone else. She needs to start fighting people that have records where they have more wins than losses. So
I think for Ebanie Bridges, and if those who don't know, she's 34 years old. I think that was a good performance for as long as it lasted for Ebanie Bridges. I like the jab, I like the body work, and also one of her co-trainers by the name of Kylie Reese. She competes at between 147 and 160 pounds. Most notable fights against Cecilia Brock, who's former undisputed champion at 147. She said that she hits really hard, and you can see it looks like she hits really hard. The body shots for a female, we could hear them. Yes, it's in an outdoor, venue, not many fans, and it's their microphones. But overall, I like her jab and I like her body work. And for her to get a stoppage, and in this day and age, stoppages are rare, but she really had Bet Connolly, really hurt. But as you said, Bet Connolly now, let's go ahead and pull her up 3-10. With no KOs. She's been stopped 3 times.
And that was the lowest weight. So.
Yeah, and she's 37 years old, and this is the lowest she's ever weighed in her professional career, and as high as the 140-pound division, weighing at 136. So, but, I'm with Big J on this to where I want to see her step up the competition a little more. I like the fact what Matchroom did with her, completely broke her down, made her open up the show, but also what that does is for the people who are interested in her, they get them to watch the card, immediately. So, your thoughts? What's next? What do you want to see from her?
I would really like to see her, because I don't follow the women over there. Is there any names that are like mid-card girls? Because all we know from the English boxing are the Rachel Balls and the Shannon Courtenays.
Yeah, let me go see right now and look. I'm looking at the.
Because Rachel Ball would box her ears off.
I'm looking at the box rec rankings for the division, and there's a lot of names over there. And Eddie Hearn, her current promoter right now, since she's fighting on Matchroom Eddie Hearn cards, he's very good at finding these names. So I don't think it's going to be a Shannon Courtenay or Rachel Ball, to be honest. I think they're going to I think they're going to really, as we talked about before, start working her up the rankings and taking her slow. And maybe, try to get her a title somewhere else before fighting Shannon Courtenay again, because they can get some money out of that. Even though Ebanie says she wants it next, I just don't see it realistically happening. But overall, how would you rate her? Go ahead.
No, I don't think she should take it next because it might be a little bit too risque. Like if she loses to Shannon again, I think she needs one more fight before she goes after Shannon again. But then again, Shannon, she'll probably have to fight Rachel Ball, or she'll have to have another fight. I mean, Shannon O'Connell is nipping at her heels, and Shannon O'Connell would beat beat the daylights out of Shannon Courtenay.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit tricky for her because you remember Shannon Courtenay is only what 9 fights in. She's still a novice herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and if Rachel Ball's beaten her, Shannon Courtenay gets her hands on it. As Shannon O'Connell gets her hands on it, that won't last very long. So it's a little tricky.
How would you rate her performance from on an A to F grade?
Ebanie.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a solid B. I can't give her an A because the level of competition. But what she did, you'd have to give her a solid B plus.
I give her a B plus. I can go with that. I really liked her performance and the fact that she got the stoppage. In 3 rounds, and all of her punches stuck. She looked good. There was some punches she took from Beck Connolly, but at the same time, it's boxing. You're going to take some punches, but you can tell she just completely was confident that she can beat her going in, and she just walked and rode right through her. So all right, closing thoughts.
She's definitely one to look for. I would actually like to see her on that November card if No Limit gets that done. Yeah, because she's focusing on the UK because they're giving her opportunities, but she's still got a lot of Aussie fans here to want to see her fight, and it would be nice to see her on something just a Sydney club show. So I'm very interested to see what they do with her next and who she actually fights, because I don't believe they're going to give her the rematch of Courtenay. She's not ready for Rachel Ball yet, so there's got to be other people there, and now we're just enjoying the ride. So I think she got a good solid win.
Knowing Eddie Hearn,
I'm interested to see what goes on next.
Knowing Eddie Hearn, I think she's going to be back before the end. She's definitely going to be back before the end of the year on one of these cards. But it's hard for me to believe that she'll be going back to Australia. Right now, I can't see her on that November card because it seems as though she's really putting her foot down and trying to plant her flag as she's been doing in Australia, and of course she's with Matchroom.
And you can't blame her. I mean, if the opportunity's there, she's got to take it.
So all right, Big J, tell them where to follow you on Twitter.
Twitter, old mate Big J.
And please make sure you take your time out, like the video, and subscribe. Our next collab video is going to be on the Joshua Franco versus Andrew Maloney 2 card. Please make sure you check out that interview.
Andrew Maloney 3.
Andrew Maloney 3, excuse me. Please make sure you check out that interview. In fact, I'm going to link it to this interview, which is something we're doing on the channel. And please take your time out, like the video, subscribe. It's TstreeT Controversy, and Big J will FightView360.com.